Hey YouTube, what's up? It is Saturday and I need to do this weekly recap and I am not prepared. It's been a hell of a week. I am helping a friend from the gym, one of my consignment people, do a yard sale, garage sale this upcoming next Saturday. And it's a lot to do because I've also been pulling a bunch of my inventory that I have had for too long that has not sold, that I just am tired of looking at, tired of storing in the bins. So I've been pulling all that because I'm going to do like a vintage pop-up too. I figured I might as well. So I do want to do the recap really quickly, if at all possible. And I'm going to just open up this window. I've been trying to save the pictures and everything as I go along this week, because sometimes things get so hectic I can't I can remember with Facebook, no, with eBay and Etsy, because there's obviously a trail, but Facebook Marketplace is kind of a pain in the butt. It doesn't show you things easily that you've sold. So I always end up forgetting Facebook stuff. And Facebook was pretty good this week. eBay was not. I didn't even have anything from eBay sold until this morning. And I sold a pair of old prints, well, woodblock type prints. So it's looking stormy outside. So with that, I do try to take the screenshots of the Facebook stuff just because it does make it a little easier to remember it, which it doesn't really look like I did that very well. So let's see where we're at. Um, since I've got it up here, I'm just going to go ahead. I did sell several pieces of furniture, the consignment thing for my friend, and one was a couch. The other was his bed frame, like a king size bed frame. What else? The couch was not in great shape, but it was huge, like a huge sectional, cream colored. I don't know who in their right mind buys cream colored. And I told him that. I'm like, you're crazy. Brave and crazy. And so sold the couch for $100. And we've been splitting this stuff 50-50. Sold his bed frame for $100, I believe. And because I actually didn't have anything to do with that. The guy who bought the couch also came back and he showed him like this bed frame and whatnot, and gave him two rugs that I had listed, which I said, don't do that anymore. Don't do that. Because he gave them to him for $10 each. These were like $80 rugs. He's like, but he seemed like such a nice guy. And I'm like, it's your stuff, whatever. But it is my time. So I ended up selling a little baby brass duck off of Facebook. They ended up wanting it shipped because they live over in Apex, which really isn't that far away from here, but sometimes it's about the time spent and the traffic. And the traffic is stupid. It is stupid. I also sold a large Dance Karen serving platter. It almost weighed almost 4 pounds, and I sold it for $45, which I was very excited about because I didn't have to ship it. Woo-hoo. What else? I think, did I take a, oh yeah, I got that plate, the heron plate, in a lot from Langston that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different things in it. And I've already sold one of the things, two of the things, and the lot was only $10. So I could basically give away the rest of the stuff for free. I won't, but I could. So happy about that. This is really the first time that I've been able to track like really track the things that I purchased, how much I sold them for, because like it just, my life just did not have enough time in the hours. And that was kind of a byproduct. Like if I had extra downtime, I would, you know, go back and do some research, but it never really happened like that. So I do like being able to look back and see, okay, I bought this lot for this much money. There were this many items in it, and I've already sold something for, what was it, $35, $45, and I want to say $15, and I paid $10 for it. I spent my time, of course, going, and Wilson's about an hour away from here, so 2 hours and time and cleaning. So you, I don't even know how to charge for that yet. I have no idea. I don't know how people figure that out. I don't know that I've been doing it this long or long enough to figure that part out yet. It's on the list of things to figure out. Okay, then let's see. So let's look. Let's just finish up with Facebook. Oh yeah, sold a TV on Facebook for him, and that was $20. And sold a pretty Bombay style chest of drawers, and I want to say that was $45, $65, something like that, and a pair of chairs for $80. So I also sold a, where did that thing just go to, darn it? I sold a ceramic floral double-sided card holder with the cards in it, and I got that 3 years ago from consigners up in Chapel Hill, which is an auction house, and it went to a return Facebook marketplace customer. So $15. And she's such a sweet girl. So I'm very happy that she came back and found something else. Then yesterday I sold a patchwork quilt. Words are so hard now. I sold a patchwork pillow for $18 that we picked up in Gibsonville for, I want to say it was like $8, no more than 10. And I sold that for 18. And the same person took a look through my other listings and decided they wanted the atomic clock. Huge. This thing was 24 inches square, but like to hang it was like 36 inches, just in the shape of a diamond. And it was so heavy. The clock didn't work. Picked it up from Langston a couple years ago. I was going to get it fixed, but beyond my scope of fixing. And so he picked those up yesterday. $50 for the clock, $18 for the pillow. So yay. Happy day. So Facebook ended up being pretty good this week. Yeah. And so I'll just do eBay. I sold 2 woodblock prints. One was of a crab and the other of a cricket. And that, what did I sell that for? Let me look here. Oh, I got some 5-star reviews back on my eBay page too, which is super cool. Okay. I was just looking at their username and I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. But anyways, so I had 2 prints. Each print was $18 and they bought the last 2. And so what is a GST, a HST? I don't know. But I earned $33. I think I need to refund some of the shipping. Maybe $1 or $2 of shipping. Transaction fees on $56 were $7.04. So order earnings look like $33. Cool. So there's that. That was the only thing that sold on eBay. Next up, Etsy. So I had an antique matted, chip off the old block print by what was this? What was the Bessie Pease Gutman. So I sold, when I first started this, I sold a print by her and ended up losing my butt on the shipping because I had no idea what the hell I was doing, quite honestly. So it was like right when I first started. And I ended up finding that print somewhere at a rummage place, rummage warehouse or something like that here locally. And I thought I had found the next Picasso, basically. How cute. How cute was I? Had no idea. But they'll sell, but you definitely are not going to get like top dollar for them. So this one I had listed for $55.35. Is that what I had listed for? Are you kidding me? I've been trying to figure out. No, okay. $42. They paid shipping, of course, and they had a 15% coupon, which means they put it in their cart and left the site. And when they do that, I have an automatic email go out to them saying, hey, don't leave this behind. Here's 15% off. Because honestly, 10% isn't really enough for people to go through the pain of going back. For the most part, I get more sales from this coupon than I do any other coupon. Because I have a thank you coupon and a you favorite it coupon, and the favorite coupon is minimal because people will go through and favorite the hell out of everything, but that doesn't mean they're going to do anything about it. So if you took the time to put it in your cart, that to me says more than just favoriting something. So I reward that with a higher percentage. So anyways, they got $6.30 off, and it went up to Michigan. Actually packed that up this morning. So what did I make? I don't know. Considering this was, I'll have to go back and look. This was a Langston auction, so I picked it up locally. Actually, Jason picked this one up because it's been sitting in there for a year. It's been sitting in there for a minute, and I have to get in these phases where I go through waves of taking care of the artwork and taking pictures, because sometimes taking pictures with things with glass in it is a pain in the butt. And I'm just not in the mood to deal with it. Because then you got to clean the glass, etc., blah, 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 not get yourself in the picture. Blah. So I finally did that. I listed it probably a couple of weeks ago, and it sold already. So I'm really excited about that. And that's enough babbling about all this crap. Anyways, next up, this is a brass seahorse on a white marble base, paperweight. It's so cute. It's like this big picture. And we picked that up for $8. I want to say it was $8 down on our Florida road trip, which was 2 years ago, which makes me so sad because it was 2 years ago. And I thought for sure we'd have been able to go back down by now, but that has not yet worked out. So we got, I bought it for $8. We didn't pay shipping. It sold for $17, and there was no coupons. And that went to Wisconsin. Then we had a ceramic hummingbird napkin holder, and we found this in Gibsonville, North Carolina, and I cannot remember. I want to say I paid maybe $8 for it, $10, something like that. And it went to Idaho. I had it listed for $25.95. No, wait, that's what they paid. I had it listed for $18. They paid shipping, but they have the Etsy Insider shipping savings of -6, which always freaks me out because I'm like, how did they pay like no money? But I go back through and look at the thing, and it shows that they're Etsy Insider. But the shipping price was $12.87, and because of the way whatchamacallit has done, that's what it was, the ground United States Postal Service ground. Um, so yeah, earned $17. How did I earn $17? I don't think that calculation is right. But anyways, sold it. Then this is something I actually posted on Instagram because it's a big thing, right? So vintage resellers love shopping. Like, it's fun. It's treasure hunting, right? And you do it often enough and you end up with what they call doom piles or death piles. And it can pile up. And people have a lot of stuff and then they keep buying and they're not working through their inventory. They're not getting it posted. So this one is one of mine. This basket has been sitting on the shelf, the bottom shelf here at our new apartment that we've been in for over 2 years. I am almost 100% sure that we got it in a lot when we lived at our other apartment place. And I've only been doing this for over 3 years now. So I've had this basket for a long, long time. It's just been sitting there hanging out on the bottom shelf, doing its thing, holding other things. Very helpful. But I finally took pictures, listed it last week or the week before this past one, and it sold within a couple days. So, too long didn't read. Go through your death pile, your doom pile. I have, 4 shelves in there, the Metro shelf, and everything that's on the shelves has already been cleaned and taken care of and is ready to be photographed. And I'll just randomly I'll grab something from the top shelf. I'll grab, which is completely empty now with the exception of 2 gigantic lamps. I'll pick something from the bottom shelf. I'll pull from the middle, just something to keep myself going, right? And that's how I'm dealing with my little death pile, and I'm clearing off my shelves, which is good because man, I want to go out and shop so bad. I can't stand it. I bid on an auction and I won a few things, but I'm not spending money like I used to, that's for sure, and I'm not buying as much as I used to. I just want to have some different things coming in, and some of the things that I'm bidding on now are more modern, which go into the modern eBay page, which I don't have a ton of stock for that. So anyways, the basket sold, very happy about that. And they had a coupon from having it in their cart. So the price I had listed for the basket was $18. And they got $2.70 off. And they were also another Etsy insider. I wonder if Etsy goes through and does certain campaigns and advertises for their Etsy insider, because it seems like I have a wave of those orders come in and then it gets real quiet and then I'll have another wave of people like that coming in. I don't know. It's odd, unless they can only, I don't know much about the program. I should probably look. But I wonder if you can only do a certain amount of items for the free shipping or the $6 off shipping. Anyways, the basket went down to Florida. Then I had another don't leave this behind coupon, and it was an antique German flying duck plate with a luster edge, and it had some cracks on the bottom and crazing, and the luster was wearing off, so I priced it fairly low. It was $18, and that went down to Georgia, and that was a local pickup from Langston. Another one. Okay, so this lady bought this thing and then messaged me while I was sleeping that she bought this for her birthday gift and she needed to have it there by this Saturday. She ordered it on Thursday. This always stresses me out. I am not going to lie, because most of the time I'll get up, I'll pack all this stuff first thing in the morning. And when there's something like this, it's for a birthday party or something. Like she messaged and said, "Hey, I'll pay the extra for the express shipping or whatever," but you don't have that option to buy the express shipping. And I should probably go back in and add that because I don't have it added. So what I had to do was use Pirate Ship because what did it end up being? What did I end up sending? I think I ended up sending this UPS. And because Pirate Ship doesn't have FedEx options, which sucks, Pirate Ship, but because that's my preferred mailing vendor. I love my Federal Express people down at the office. The postal people, they suck. They're mean and they're nasty and they're not nice. Now, I know some people have good post office people, but the post office that I use primarily, they're wretched. You want a little side story? I'll tell you a little side story. So I took a box up there one day and it was like a 14, 14, 14 box. And they've got the automated kiosk. You can scan your stuff and then drop it through the chute. But that box doesn't fit. It's too big. So I go in and I'm standing in line and one of the ladies looks at me and she's like, I, like she's got this question mark on her face. And I said, I've already got this paid with a sticker. I said, but I was just going to leave it up here. And she's like, there's a big hole in the wall out there. You can put it there. And I'm like, it don't fit. So it's like rude, just rude. And they're known. This post office is known for their rudeness. Like FedEx knows about this place, the other post place that I go to when I have to, which is much further away, they know that they're wretched. Like, how do these people have a job? Anyways, that's my little rant. So, this, I purchased the darn postage, right? I purchased the label, which was $40. And crossed my fingers that they were going to be a very good, reputable person and do what they said they were going to do because they'd paid $20 in priority upgrade, right? So they owed me another 20 bucks. And they did. They paid me back. So, and it arrived yesterday. So before time. I was very happy about that. But it was a cake plate. It was a cake plate that we picked up at the Harper Flea Market on the way to the 2 Feet concert. So I think I paid like $12 for it or something like that. And I had it listed for 41 and they had a 15% off coupon. So they ended up paying, well, they got like Etsy. Etsy calculates the item price and the shipping price into the percentage that they're going to take off. So between the shipping price and the item price and the 15% off, they paid $53.68. They privately messaged or paid me $20 more for the shipping. But that's cool because honestly, cake plates, I love them. I think they're super cool. You can use them to hold plants. You can use them to create like height interest in a shelf styling, but people just don't seem to buy them. I have a couple that I've had for a while. I'm hoping that the trend is coming back and that people will buy the damn cake plate. Anyways, next up we had a vintage ceramic artichoke lidded dish. This was a consignment piece from my friend at the gym, not the gentleman, the lady. I only have 3 people that I'm doing consignment for. And I had this listed for $26 because I think there was a little chip on the lid and they purchased it. They didn't have any coupons. That went down to Texas. Then I had a Rooster Sugar and Creamer set and that went to Ohio and I had it listed. There's a bunch of chipping on it. So I only had it listed for like $15.87. They didn't have a coupon. They paid full price. So there's that. someone had given me these. So the profit I did make would have been, it's like $10. So I'll take it. Was it worth my time? Probably not. Live and learn. Then I had a vintage blue and gold Potosi style Trojan horse, and it's as is. Because the auction house that I bought from took one picture, didn't take a frontal picture, so you couldn't see that there was a chip on his mouth. And the way the chip was done, it looked like he had some buck teeth happening. So I kept it as a learning thing. Like every time I looked at it, I'm like, it used to make me so mad. But I called it the bucktooth Potosi. I finally decided I had enough of looking at it on my shelf because it's not my style at all, and I listed it for 18 bucks, and someone bought it. So I made $15 after Etsy's fees taken out, and that went to Indiana. Then I had a ATC Yellow Pocket AM radio in the original box that has earbuds things, whatever, and it works. It was just an AM, so I don't think there's a ton of demand for AM radios these days, but I got that from an auction, and I don't remember if that was from a Burns auction or a brownstone auction. But I've had that for a minute. It's been listed for a minute. I had it listed for $24, and that's what they bought it for, and it went up to New Jersey. Then I had another consignment piece. The same gentleman that bought all the Snow Lily Lennox bowls last week came back, used his thank you coupon of 20% off, and purchased a platter in that same pattern, and that went to Georgia. I had it listed for $74.72. They ended up getting $16 off, so I'll split the difference with my friend from the gym. Then I had another return customer, come back and buy another antique picture frame, the antique Blackwood picture frame that went up to New York. And he paid a ton in shipping, but I refunded him back. So what was the final? The frame itself was $32. I had art in it that was shipped to me, and the glass was broken during shipping. So I obviously 86 the glass, pulled the art, sold the frame separately. I still need to list the art. It's really cool. It's like a silk print. Very cool. But at least I was able to recoup my cost, and okay, so I got this from Langston, so there was no shipping charges on it, which is amazing. So I'm very happy about that. Then we had another Don't Leave Behind 15% off coupon for a white ironstone serving plate. I have had this for a couple of years now. I'm very glad that someone has got it. It went to California. I had it listed for $34, and it went to California. Cool. Then someone bought a gift for someone that went up to New York. So cute. The message was adorable. But it was a vintage solid cast brass maple leaf dish. I want to say that we found this out near Charlotte when we went out there last winter. I don't remember 100%. But I had it listed. It was very heavy, about this big, very heavy, nice quality. And I had it listed for $36, and they paid that and the shipping, and I made $30 off of that. Then I had someone who actually used their store coupon of 5% off for a salt glazed stoneware pitcher, and this was a consignment piece from the lady at the gym. I had it listed for $32, and $26 of it, we'll split that or whatever, and it went to West Virginia. She already came back. The lady that bought it came back, left a great review with a picture, and she loves it. Yay, I love that. Then I had a pair of barley twist wooden hand turn candlestick holders. We picked these up in Charleston, I believe, recently. They went out to Kentucky. I had them listed for $36 and they didn't have any coupons, and earned $32 on this order. And I'm fairly sure I picked them up for $12, which is cool. Then the Blush and Bloom collection, I had a alabaster bust of the Goddess of Health, and I had her up there for $86, and that's what they paid. They didn't have a coupon or anything, so I made $80 on that one, which is good because I know I got that in a lot from Brownstone, so I had to pay shipping on it plus whatever the lot cost was. Another like little tray basket kind of thing that I've had forever. I've had this thing so long I don't even know where I got it from. I think locally from one of the auction houses, but I'm not 100% certain. So it's a hand-woven Japanese rattan tray. It went up to New Jersey, and I had it listed for $18, and that's what they paid for it. So I made, after shipping, I made $15.79. Then I had an antique oak wood mallet, a vintage woodworker's tool. It was, the wood grain on this thing was just beautiful. So I've had it for a minute though, but I had it listed for $36. That's what they paid. So I made $33 on this, which is great. And that went up to Ohio. Then I sold a set of vintage handkerchiefs, a set of 3. They went to Texas. That handkerchief lot keeps giving. I had them listed for $14. There was no coupon or anything, and because shipping is ridiculous, they paid $9 in shipping. Just, I hate the U.S. Postal Service these days. They just suck. So anyways, pretty. And then what are we working with here? Oh, last Saturday. Oh yes, I did the video, and then I sold one thing after I did the video on Saturday. It was still Saturday. It was still included in the week, so I'm including it here. It is a vintage onyx candle holder. We got that. We picked that up in Burlington locally, so no shipping on it. And I want to say, I think it was like $7 because there was chips in it. I got it, and I had it listed for $15. They didn't have a coupon, and that's what they paid for it. So that worked out. And that went to all the way out to Arizona. You'd think that they'd have more of that stuff out there, but maybe this person just doesn't like to shop in public. So anyways, that wraps it up. We are going out to try a new sushi place tonight, Ugly Fish, so we'll see how that goes. Because it's a continuation of my birthday celebration, which, you know, the older I get, the longer it lasts. So anyways, I think that's it, and there will probably not be a video. I know there won't be a video next Saturday, so depending on how wiped out I am on Sunday, I may skip that week for a weekly recap and see how it goes. No promises. So anyways, I did post another video this week. Oh yeah, my birthday video. Anyways, I appreciate y'all subscribing and watching and commenting. I'd love it if you liked these, hyped them, whatever the thing is. I can't keep track. But anyways, stay safe, and I hope you have a great week. Peace out.